That's it. You're live.
Hi everybody. Thanks for coming join us, I guess. Yep. Thanks for joining me. So we talked about in a live stream yesterday night doing a live stream with me in the kitchen to bake keto cookies. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. It's a very requested recipe. A lot of you guys really wanted to know the recipe, and you wanted a video on it. But I decided today to do a live stream on it, and I see somebody. Who is that? Hello, whoever that is.
That's Nathan.
Oh, hi Nathan.
Garden makeover.
Hi.
You might want to give it a few minutes. Talk for a few minutes until everybody gets in.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to give everybody a few minutes.
Grow where you planted is here.
Hi, Miss Susan or Mr. Wayne, whoever it is today.
Miss Duncan, 1900.
Hi, Miss Brenda.
Garden makeover says, I'm listening. I'm making jelly.
Cool.
Horticulture geek said, hey Abby and Amy.
Hi, Mr. Ray. Yep, Mom is in the background. She's going to be helping me with the chat, but for the most part, it's going to be just me today.
Yeah.
But I considered doing keto cake today, but we decided against it because we probably don't have enough time today to do a keto cake on live. So that's going to have to be another video or maybe another live stream at some other time.
It's Miss Susan. She said Wayne's at work today.
Hi, Miss Susan. But it's just going to be keto cookies today, and I do have all my ingredients ready, and I'm going to be measuring them out. Later on this afternoon, sometime today, Dad's going to be posting, Mom is going to be making the description for this live stream and changing it up to have all the links to the ingredients I am using today, so you can use the same ones that we get off of Amazon.
We're also going to post it on the blog.
We're also going to be posting this recipe on the blog, on our blog, and that link is going to be in the description, so you can get that, so you can get the recipe for this, for the keto cookies. This recipe was...
Conscious Living Homestead says good morning. They're new.
Good morning. This recipe was given to me by Miss Patty at Southern Blessed, so thank you, Miss Patty, for giving me this recipe. I absolutely love it, and I can't wait to share it with you guys.
And the cookies taste awesome.
They do. They taste really good. Anybody new?
That's about it.
Okay.
You're a few minutes in now. You've got a pretty decent crowd. So you want to get started, or
Yeah, I could go ahead and get started.
you want to get your mixing bowl and then
Yep, mixing bowl.
you're mixing in those little bowls?
Yeah, because it's such a small amount. Okay, I do have the
Time
rest.
for a flower fight. Windy City Stevo. That's a new one.
Well, welcome. I do have the recipe behind me, so I will be kind of looking back and forth from the recipe here to the tables to make sure I get my measurements correct. So, any questions or anything I need to answer before I get started? Okay.
Is it buffering, or is it my signal? I'm not showing us buffering right now. I've got it playing on my iPad, and it's not buffering at all. So you might want to try refreshing your page, Susan.
So to start out with, I preheated my oven. It is currently preheating to 350 degrees. It does kind of change at your location, because I noticed when I had the recipe I had to change it for me. So if you were making the recipe for the first time, you might want to give it like a trial period and see what temperature works best for you.
And your time.
And your time of cooking. You might want to have to give that a trial, because it may be different for your area than what it was for ours, because it was different for Miss Patty's recipe than it was
depending on the stove and
yeah,
different oven temperatures and stuff like that.
so they may not come out.
Hi, Reap What You Sow.
Hi, everybody. So, Mr. Todd or Miss Jareth, hello. I'm not sure who it is, but that was the oven preheated. It is fully preheated to 350 degrees. So I'm going to get started. we're gonna start off with our dry ingredients in this bowl, so focus on this one. And we are going to start, I need a cup, not a half cup. I got the wrong measuring cup. Okay, give me 1 second, I got the wrong one.
Yep. Oh, it's Todd. Where are you?
Okay, I'm back. I got the wrong measuring cup that I needed, but you're going to start off with a cup of almond flour, and our almond flour is in an old coffee creamer container because it's big enough to hold it. But I'm using actually these measuring cups were given to me by Miss Patty at Southern Bless. They are pop-up measuring cups that you just, when you're done with them, you can close them, and then when you're ready to use them, okay, Mom is moving the camera.
Oh yeah, Todd told me your head's cut off.
Yeah, I know, it was supposed to be focusing on my hands, not me.
Well, yeah, but they want to see you too.
Yeah, I could crouch down. No, that's... Okay.
Your head's gonna be a little cut off.
Yeah,
that's
we
okay.
Can't get any further than that, I think. You're gonna see like half of my face. We start off with a cup of almond flour. And these are not very good measuring cups for measuring stuff.
Is that better, Todd? Yeah, okay, cool.
I have to measure it with a spoon because they're kind of flexible so they don't hold the flour like they would a stiff measuring cup. So, just a cup of almond.
North Star Preps that are good morning.
Hi.
Abby is live and she is making keto chocolate chip cookies.
Good morning. Okay, that's a cup of almond flour. Put that back.
Y'all bear with me, I'm trying to adjust the camera angles a little bit.
Yeah.
But
And the next thing is a half teaspoon of baking soda. So you take that and you're going to combine it in with the
try
almond
not to
flour.
make everybody dizzy.
You're right. Okay. Half teaspoon of baking soda. You're gonna combine that in with the almond flour.
Oh, the prepared Christian said I work with no sound, but had to stop in and give Abby a thumbs up.
Thank you. Even though you can't hear me, but thank you.
Keith Yoker is doing great, Abby. Good morning, Duncan Homestead. Duncan 1900 Homestead.
And
I must have missed their first comment.
it's also a half teaspoon of baking powder also. So again, that's a cup of almond flour, a half teaspoon of baking soda, and a half teaspoon of baking powder. And then salt also goes in there. Okay, a 4th teaspoon of xanthan gum. I have to open this one up because it's been used before. Just,
Todd asked, what time is it going to be ready?
15 minutes after the dough is prepared.
Yeah, it only takes about, what, 10 to 15 minutes to bake it. So.
15 minutes.
Is it 15?
It's 15. Okay, and then again, I say, just in case you were wondering.
Homestead Paradise said, good morning, Abby, and good morning, all. That's a newer one, I believe. Oh, I already have them.
Darn it. I'm sorry, I don't have enough xanthan gum either, so I have to go get another packet.
And that's why I told you to do as much as you can on the live. You know, get yourself prepared. This is her first live on her own. I'm on the sidelines. You can't see me. I'm behind her watching my iPad for the comments.
Okay.
But this is giving her some practice doing the live streams. So Hopefully we'll get her a little more comfortable with the camera. We have scissors, baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to use it. Just trying to do it quicker.
North Star Prep Center said Abby's doing great for her first live.
Thank you.
And Garden for Cheap says here but driving home. Good morning, Rachel.
Okay. So, again, it is a 4th teaspoon of xanthan gum. I had to go get that.
That's okay. Just set it off to the side. You can pack it up later.
I just don't want to eat. Okay, and
You just poured stuff everywhere.
darn it.
Okay. That's right.
It is a 4th teaspoon of salt also.
Conscious Living Homestead said doing great for anyone.
Thank you.
She's been nervous all morning about doing this, but I think she's doing really good.
Okay, so just a rundown of after everything's put in the bowl. Everything in this is a cup of almond flour, a half teaspoon, it's a teaspoon, half teaspoon of baking soda, a half teaspoon of baking powder, a 4th teaspoon of xanthan gum, and a 4th teaspoon of salt. So that's what's in here, and you're just gonna mix it together, combine it.
And you're using a fork to mix it?
Yeah. Because it's just a dry ingredient. So you just kind of mix it together.
Miss Susan said, Amy, she's doing good. At least she's doing it.
Yeah.
Mr. Todd said he's running the crane, so he's listening, but you're doing great.
Thank you.
Duncan 1900 says, Abby, you're doing great.
Thank you.
And the Conscious Living Homestead said the camera angle is good too. I think we finally got that worked out. So
Awesome.
we've got your whole head and your work area, so that's great.
Okay, so
Homestead Paradise said, thank God we're all friends so you can just relax. Good job, Abby.
thank you. The next is our wet ingredients. So we are going to start off with, I did need a half cup
Of what?
of our swerve, which
Okay.
is actually,
Go ahead and grab the other, grab the whole stack of measuring cups so you can bring them in.
thank you.
She's nervous about being disorganized, and that's okay because it's her first live stream, and that's what I told her. I said, "This is a learning experience, so you're gonna learn from."
Okay, so we use
Welcome, Pine Knot Family Farm. She is making chocolate chip keto cookies.
we use this. I don't know if you can see it, but it is. I can't pronounce it, but you can also call it swerve. So it's an artificial sweetener substitute instead of sugar.
And we'll be putting the Amazon links in on the ingredients that we got from there, and that's one of them.
And this is a half cup of swerve. So put that in your bowl. And then we have 4 tablespoons of butter that you're going to melt in the microwave.
Melt or soften?
Melt.
Okay.
So it takes normally.
Duncan, Miss Brenda said, I live my life disorganized.
So you can't see me right now, but you can hear me. But melting it in the microwave takes about 30 seconds to a minute. I'm putting it in a glass microwave safe bowl to just melt it in. And then you put it in the microwave for 30 seconds to a minute. It depends on how long it takes.
DJ Pitch O-Mix.
Welcome.
Hopefully I pronounced that right.
Okay. And then you have to wait for the
Butter?
Yep, the butter to melt. But when the butter is done, you're going to take an egg and you're going to crack it into the melted butter. I'm using
Just one?
Yeah, just one. I'm using farm fresh eggs. but you can also use store-bought. There's really no difference.
Well, flavor-wise, there's a difference.
For us, we like the flavor of farm fresh eggs, but if you don't have access to that, then it doesn't matter what you use as far as an egg. So the butter is melted, so I'm going to go ahead and take the egg and crack it into the butter. Into the butter.
Okay.
And now you're going to take a teaspoon of vanilla extract. This is not imitation vanilla. This is just regular pure vanilla extract.
Ooh, we're running low.
Yeah, we are.
Put that on the list.
I have enough. You're going to take a teaspoon of that.
Okay.
Mix it together.
Would Splenda or raw sugar work?
I'm
sure it would, Susan, but it wouldn't. Splenda would keep it keto friendly, but
it would.
The sugar is
not keto friendly.
Right.
The stevia would be keto friendly, but you would also have to figure out your measurements because it would be different.
Yeah, you might have to play with the recipe a little bit.
Okay, and then you're also going to take liquid...
Pigs Rock Farm says you're doing great.
Thank you. You're going to take liquid stevia, and that's the brand we use. I hope you can see it.
Yep.
But this will also be in the description, the link to this where you can buy it on Amazon. But you're going to add 10 drops of this to your mixture. So you got to make sure it's precise.
6, 7, 8, 10. Garden Makeover says still here listening.
Okay. And you're going to mix that in. And then you're going to go ahead and add this mixture to your swerve. And you're just going to mix it up.
Windy City Steve Oaks, I think she held her breath while counting the drops.
I did.
Todd is asking, do you deliver?
No, but you can come here.
Is there an aftertaste with the erythritol, that sweetener stuff?
I don't find it has an aftertaste. It makes it just as sweet as sugar, and
it does have a cooling.
No, that's the xanthan gum. The xanthan gum makes a cooling effect in your mouth when you bite into it. It makes it feel like you just bit into like a peppermint or something. Yeah. But it doesn't have the peppermint taste. It's really good.
I don't see I don't find an aftertaste in them at all. I actually prefer the keto cookies versus the regular full of sugar chocolate chip cookies.
You want to mix it very well to make sure all of your ingredients are combined before mixing it into the dry ingredients. Now you're going to take your dry ingredients that you combined earlier.
Do you need to add them in slowly, like with regular cookie dough, or?
Yes.
Okay.
And you're going to add the dry ingredients to the wet mixture, not the other way around, because it would make it a whole lot harder to mix. So you're going to start off slowly adding in the dry mixture. And you can use whatever. I'm just using a fork right now. I might.
How many cookies does this recipe make?
It makes about 12 cookies. I have a spatula on the side in case I need it, but Now I'm pretty sure the fork is gonna work. So you just slowly mix in your dry ingredients to your wet mixture.
North Star Prep Center said, I like your mixing bowls.
Thank you.
We actually got those at the Kitchen Collection store. It's about 5 miles away from here. It depends on how big the cookies are. Yeah. 12 cookies, that's only one serving for me.
Who said that?
Windy City Steve-O. Yeah, I could definitely eat 12 cookies. I wouldn't recommend it though because of all the sugar substitutes. It might aggravate your stomach.
Sorry, I'm mixing it very well to get all the little clumps out. Okay, now you're gonna do it again until it's all done. You're gonna slowly add the dry mixture to the wet mixture until it's all used up, or all mixed in, not all used up. What?
Horticulture and by stomach she means you might have a keto blowout. Sorry, I had to. I was trying to be nice and politically correct about it, Ray.
Politically correct? Is that the correct word?
I don't know.
I don't think it is.
Trying not to be disrespectful.
Okay, now I'm just gonna go ahead and add in the rest because I didn't have much.
I love the Grandma's Old Fashioned Molasses Cookies recipe. I got pretty good at those at 2 in the morning. Wow. I would totally cheat and make a mess by using an electric hand mixer on high speed.
Well, it's actually not that bad to mix these together, and I make cookies by hand too, just regular cookies, and I've made cakes by hand. It's not too bad, so I prefer actually not using the mixer unless I'm making like a really complicated recipe like a brookie that takes a lot. So, but anything else I prefer to do it by hand because the hand.
She doesn't like the sound of the KitchenAid mixer. We actually have
it's very
a KitchenAid, but it throws flour quite a bit all over the place.
It makes a big mess.
It's more for her to clean, so she would prefer to do it by hand.
That is just more fun for me by hand. But
it's getting thicker now,
yeah.
So you gotta use a spatula.
No, it's all mixed in.
You got all your flour?
Nope. I just put cookie dough on my face when I scratched my face. But it's all mixed in and it's pretty thick.
Glad we're all friends. You guys are cracking me up.
I'm going to attempt to show it to you. I don't know if you'll be
Flour
able to see
fight
it.
with the mixer.
Yeah.
By hand is therapeutic.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if you can see that. It's very thick. I'm gonna try. I'm doing this like one-handed. It's very bad, but it's like very thick, like cookie dough. Okay, and now you're going to mix in 1 ounce of dark chocolate chips. Now, I did look these up to make sure dark chocolate chips are keto friendly, and they are to a certain point. You have to check the, I don't know how to say it, cacao? Is it cacao?
I don't know.
Okay, you're just gonna say it how I say it, cacao. It's like chocolate. And you need to have at least 60%. If it's 60% or higher, it is keto friendly. If it's lower than 60%, you probably shouldn't use them because they have more sugar than they do have chocolate, so they're not necessarily healthy for you.
Ray said you're saying it right.
Oh, I did? Okay.
Homestead Paradise agreed too, and so did Windy City Steve.
Okay, so it's 1 ounce of dark chocolate chips, but I have a measuring thing that I looked up beforehand. An ounce is 2 tablespoons. So it is 2 tablespoons of dark chocolate chips. And just a secret, sometimes I add a little extra because they don't mix in well, so I am going to go ahead and add a few extra. Plus, Mom and me like a few extra chocolate chips on our cookies.
Anything chocolate is good with me. I happen to like the dark chocolate though, because it makes the cookies are really good, but they're not
like super
sweet, right? Homestead Paradise said the extra is just a kiss for luck. You're doing really good, babe.
Thank you.
Oops, the whole bag spilled into the bowl. Windy City Steve-O.
This is a very small batch for that to happen.
And you can double this recipe, right?
Yes, you can double this recipe. I did it when I made them for the bash. I didn't really double it. I more or less like did it times 5. But this is how it should look. I'm going to attempt to do this again, but it just looks like regular cookie dough, and it should have like a thick texture by the time you're done mixing everything. Now I'm going to bring my pan over here.
Improv is good. It shows you can think outside the box.
I lined my pan with parchment paper. If it'll stay, I'm gonna have to put cookie dough on it to get it to stay. But my trick for making sure I get all the cookies about the same size is I use this measuring spoon. It is a half tablespoon. It's just that size. And I scoop up the cookie dough and I roll it in my hands and then I put it on. So it does stick to your hands a little bit, so you might have to wash them a couple of times. I don't know why it does that, but it does. It's very easy. You just scoop
Like
it.
cookie dough, could we take a fingerful and eat it raw?
You can, but it has raw eggs in it. So if you're okay with eating raw eggs in your cookie dough, then sure.
We've eaten cookie dough raw for years, and
Never gotten sick.
yeah, we've never gotten sick. We do use our own fresh chicken eggs for this. And our chickens are very healthy, so I don't worry too much about salmonella. We wash our eggs before we use them. So
If anybody has any questions on how I did this process or anything, feel free to ask.
Albany Mountain Homestead said, I'm not scared of raw eggs. Yeah, see, I'm not either.
People drink raw eggs just like...
Uh-oh. Higgs Rock Farm said, look out, Paula Dean, a new Southern gal is taking over.
I don't know who Paula Dean is.
Really?
Yeah. Really, sorry.
That's what happens when you don't have TV. We have YouTube.
I don't really like the cooking shows either, because they're boring and they just, I don't know. I never did really like watching a cooking show.
Parchment paper is almost a necessity when working with almond flour. It helps to get them off the pan in one piece. Right.
Yes.
That's a North Star Prep Center. And Mr. Todd at Reap What You Sow said, well, I guess I'm going to have to eat my moon pie now. You done made me hungry.
Sorry. Moon pie sounds good though.
When does the flour fight start?
Never. Unless you want to come over here and clean up the mess.
Ray said, throw some butter on that. That's what Paula does.
I guess
Age gap, yeah. Well, a lot of it is because we don't watch TV very much.
we do watch TV. We watch our select few TV shows and stuff that we love watching, but pretty much we don't sit and watch just like TV that plays.
Yeah. Oh, Paula Dean has a YouTube channel. I did not know that.
Cool. So you can't use the YouTube excuse. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and I'm not gonna say actually again, add a few more chocolate chips because what I'm noticing is some of them aren't getting chocolate chips in them because there's just not enough to go around. So I'm gonna do that.
Cooking shows make me hungry. Hey, 2.5 acres, welcome.
So, gonna wash my hands.
Real butter for real women.
And it looks like it's gonna make more than 12 cookies. I'm not exactly sure.
Streaming stick. We actually have DirecTV, but we just don't watch it very much.
Mom uses it to watch Hallmark movies.
Well, yeah.
But that's about it. That and when our, like I said, our select few TV shows come on, we watch those. But just gonna kind of eyeball it. Stop! I do not have that many.
No TV here either, only movie night. And see, that's mainly what I watch it for is, you know, I like the Hallmark movies because they're better content.
Yeah, they're
than most.
appropriate.
Wendy City Steve said, yes, more is better.
Well, they weren't like, you could tell one cookie was getting like one chocolate chip each, and I didn't want to do that because that's just not right. It's not right. So. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and do this. And it's looking like this might actually make more than 12 cookies. So, I guess sometimes it makes 12, sometimes it makes more.
Well, it depends on the size, yeah.
So
you have 16 people watching and 16 thumbs up.
Yay!
Yeah, North Star Prep Center said make bigger cookies. You could add a little bit of dough to each one and kind of split them up, yeah. I want an apple fritter the size of a dinner plate right now. Y'all are killing me talking food and desserts.
Sorry. You know, I have quite a bit of cookie dough left. So I'm going to go ahead and make these bigger.
Paula has a restaurant in Tunica, Mississippi. At one of the casinos. We should meet for dinner. That's right. Once you start YouTube, that's all we have time for. Yeah. Well, I mean, we have a lot more going on too with the homestead and the animals and things like that. I really don't have time to watch TV. And I'd much prefer to be outside working with the animals or the plants.
We do watch TV more on days that Dad's not here because we do what we can, and then when we can't do it anymore, we kind of use
in the summertime, we watch a little more TV during the hottest part of the days too, because it's so hot. We don't have much shade. We can't get outside and work. So
either that or in the winter time when it's crazy cold for us.
Yeah, I'd rather be outside in the cold though.
Yeah, we would. And plus, it's never cold. It's more or less cool.
Yeah.
It's like fall time. Yeah. I'm making these cookies a little bit bigger because I have a lot of extra dough. So if that happens to you, just go ahead and add some more.
North Star Prep Center. That's Miss Kathy. She said, Abby, thanks for the recipe. I've got to run.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Deborah Oster.
I've seen her in here. Welcome.
This is hello from South Carolina.
Welcome.
Got any goat's milk to go with them cookies?
Nope, no goat's milk yet. We're getting our goats tomorrow, but we won't have any milk just yet. We're hoping to breed the goats in the fall and get some milk off of them. But I'm really excited to try the goat's milk and recipes and stuff.
Do you think the dough will hold shape when using a cookie cutter?
It's not really that kind of dough. That's more or less, cookie cutters are more or less for like sugar cookie dough and gingerbread, things that they have more, I'm scared to know. They have more ingredients that help them hold together. I kind of doubt this would stay for a cookie dough mixture because it is very hard to combine just with your hands.
I was giggling. Homestead Paradise, did you say extra cookies? You can send some my way.
So it's looking like I'm just gonna mix some bigger.
Yeah, Albany Mountain Homestead, so we lived near Austin, Texas for a couple of years. Love the winters there. Kids in shorts during Christmas. We actually, there's been a few years that we were able to wear shorts, flip-flops, and actually have a water balloon fight on Christmas Day. So
yeah, it's crazy. But it's great. We like it.
I like having the cooler weather, but I don't like the cold and snow and.
We have had snow a few times.
Yeah, but not.
I loved the
not
snow,
like up north snow.
No, it was just a few inches, but I loved it.
Hidden Valley Homestead said, "Good morning, Abby."
Good morning. And I just dropped a chocolate chip. There it is.
Oh, I'd have found it later. But no.
You just found it with your mouth. Okay. So while I'm baking or doing this, I guess I should ask, did this live stream work out for you guys? Because I'm thinking of maybe doing more of these, maybe like once a month or something. Try to do a live stream where I bake. Because I don't want to take any time slots or anything from somebody to do like once a week, and plus that would be a lot. But maybe like once a month, would this be something you would be interested in coming see? Let me know.
Hey, Scott.
Hi.
I lived in Michigan most of my life. I do not miss the long winters. Yeah, I don't like the heavy cold and snow, and my bones can't take it.
No.
Scott said any live stream with food is for me. Well, and you could do some keto friendly recipes that are quick and easy for live streams like this. One of them would be the keto pizza boats.
Yes, those are really good and super simple.
Yeah. We would love more recipes from Abby's kitchen.
Thank
Oh,
you.
that's Miss Brenda.
Take that one bigger.
Pigs Rock Farm says, Abby, you rock, sweetie. Keep up the good work. Gotta run. Shucking corn.
Oh, wow.
That sounds fun.
Thank you for coming, though.
Homestead Paradise said, I love the idea of once a month.
Thank you. I think so, too. I think it's not, like, too overwhelming that I can still focus on school and the goats, but I can also do something like this once a month.
Windy City Steve said, Dorn, I gotta run some errands. I'll have to watch the rest later. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your time for streaming. Yeah.
You're very welcome. Thank you for coming.
Auntie's Pantry said hello.
Hi. Okay.
Albany Mountain Homestead is asking, do you use frozen zucchini for pizza boats?
I do not. It's fresh zucchini. Okay, so
Auntie's Pantry said, so what did I miss? She's making keto friendly chocolate chip cookies.
And these are all done, so I'm going to go ahead and put them in the oven. They bake for 15 minutes.
So can you talk for 15 minutes?
Yes, I can talk. I have you with my mother.
And Angie, we're going to be posting this on the Broussard Homestead website. That's broussardhomestead.com. We're going to post the whole recipe so that everybody will have it. But this is just kind of a tutorial, and it gives Abby a little bit of practice doing the live streams on her own. Could you review what makes these keto?
Yes, I can. Okay. So give me 1 second. Okay, so. Sorry.
That's what you call the gift of gab.
What?
Because I'm your mom and I talk a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And your daddy's in here too.
Oh, hi, Dad. But unlike normal chocolate chip cookies, regular chocolate chip cookies have processed, granulated regular sugar. They have regular flour and regular sugar-based semi-sweet chocolate chips and stuff. So these don't have that. They have our Swerve.
By Conscious Living Homestead. Thanks for coming.
They have Swerve as our sugar substitute, and we also use liquid stevia to help with it. And they have almond flour instead of regular flour. They have xanthan gum, which is also like a combining, helping thing in there. And we use dark chocolate chips that have 60% cacao, meaning that they are keto friendly, because if they have anything less than 60%, you probably shouldn't use them, because that means they have more sugar than they do chocolate. So 60% or more, you should be fine to use dark chocolate chips for these keto chocolate chip recipes. But that's what makes them keto friendly, and that's the difference between these chocolate chips and regular chocolate chip cookies.
Keith Yoker said you should do a video about the sweeteners that you use and why you use the ones you do and why you don't use the others. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Conscious Living said, gotta get stuff done before the rain. Have a good one.
Bye.
Albany Mountain Homestead said, love your kitchen.
Thank you. I have to keep the timer on for 15 minutes. Almost forgot that.
The Kemp Patton Family Compound is here.
Welcome. One thing I will tell you is when you take these out of the oven, don't touch them. Take them out of the oven, put them on the stove, and let them cool for about 10 minutes. You don't want to touch them because if you touch them, they fall apart everywhere. You have to let them harden themselves on the stove. So just take them out of the oven, put them on the stove. Don't take them off the pan or anything, just let them harden. And then about after 10 minutes, you can take them off and put them on a cooling rack to let them cool the rest of the way. Any questions for me, Mom?
Muscle Car Appraisal is here.
Welcome.
Amy, is your email address in the description link on your videos? Yes. Our email is thebroussardhomestead@gmail.com. And Scott said thank you for that.
Okay, I'm almost out of things to talk about. Again, just so you know, we will have the link to our blog post, which will have the recipe for this video live stream of the keto cookies on that blog post. So that link will be in the description. We're also going to have links to Amazon of the sugars, substitutes, and things that we use that we get off of Amazon, so you can buy those if you would like. That's all going to be in the description also. What?
Okay, we posted the email. Brett posted it, then I did too. Ray says, Abby, I think I heard your mom say she would like to see you do a clean with me video. Abby's really good at keeping clean, and she cleans a lot of the kitchen and a lot of the inside of the house.
If you noticed a few seconds ago, I had to wipe the counter because it was bugging me.
Yeah.
And it's kind of bugging me that there's stuff all over, but I'm going to leave it until I'm done with this video.
Said good, Miss Susan said, good info, Abby. I would have to hide them in a closet for Wayne so they would cool. Well, if you don't let them cool, you'd probably have to eat them with a spoon.
Yeah, because they just kind of fall apart.
Yeah, they just fall apart.
You got to let them cool and harden on their own.
Have you made keto chocolate bombs? The one I made had peanut butter, cocoa, coconut, cream cheese. Try them and make a video. They're wonderful.
They're keto fat bombs. I have a recipe. I was supposed to make them and sell them at the bash, but I remembered that they have to be refrigerated, so I wasn't able to do that. But I have a keto fat bomb chocolate peanut butter, and I had all the stuff to make it. I still do, I'm sure. And I had the recipe. I might need to check my ingredients, but maybe that could be the one I make on our next live stream that I do. I don't know. Let me know if that's
Albany Mountain
something you'd like to see.
Clean as I go when cooking to keep the kitchen mess down.
I do too.
And Angie's Pantry is asking, are you on a keto diet?
We're not on the keto diet. We do gluten-free. But since keto goes kind of, all the keto recipes are gluten-free. We do a lot of the keto recipes. so it's helpful, and it's helpful to have the keto recipes, so we do a lot of them. I just said that.
How do you prevent cookies from becoming too brown or burnt on the bottoms?
That's
from Icy Spots.
Okay, to prevent that, you do not want to overcook them. I do it about 15 minutes, and when I take them out, I'm going to show it to you. They look like you need to put them back in the oven for a few more minutes, but if you do that, they will burn on the bottom. So when you take them out, they're going to look like a little bit raw. They're not raw, they're done. You're going to take them out and you're going to put them on the stove, and they will harden and become just like a regular cookie without the burnt bottoms.
They continue.
But that's how you prevent the burnt bottoms, because I made that mistake the first time too.
Said I follow the instructions on the cookie mixes and they still burn on the bottom. Any suggestions? And it said, never mind, you just took my question. But yeah, that a lot of the recipes, the baking times are going to vary due to different oven temperatures.
Yeah, you're gonna have to play around with the recipe a little bit to make it to your area and your
Always
stove
cook,
and your cooking.
Yep, cook the cookies underneath, slightly under the recommended cooking time, and then that way you can add more time if it's needed. But yeah. Angie's Pantry said, Abby, you're doing great.
Thank you. But cookies are...
Any other questions?
Yes, if you have questions of how I did it, or if you need the measurements again, I can give you another rundown of how I did it. So if you need that, just ask.
Does the type of cookie sheet or parchment paper liner help prevent burning?
Probably so, because I don't know if it helps prevent burning, but it does help prevent the cookie from sticking to the pan.
Yeah.
Greatly. So I do recommend, if you make these cookies, to use parchment paper or some kind of...
Even the silicone baking sheets would
Don't
help.
use wax paper though. I've learned that. I made that mistake. I did not realize you could not put wax paper in the oven. And
It's
I did...
wax.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. That was a big mess.
Are you starting school soon, Abby?
Next week. I start Thursday of next week.
Cookie size, oven temp, and rack placement all factor in the cooking, and raise the rack if bottoms are burning. Great idea, Albany Mountain Homestead.
Mm-hmm. You might need to play around with your temperature, your times, and all that.
Here in Angie's Pantry said here in Michigan, the kids start end of August, first part of September.
Oh wow! They probably start summer
They probably
later.
end later. Yeah. Camp Patton Family Compound says, gotta get to Home Depot. See you guys later.
Goodbye. Thank you for coming.
This is the worst time. Anticipation. I need cookies. That's Homestead Paradise. What grade are you in?
I am going into 9th grade. It is my first year of high school. Technically though, I am technically in 9th grade, but I am taking, I guess I could say...
No, you have 4 high school credits already.
I have 4 high school credits already.
9th grade.
But this year I am in 9th grade, but I am taking 2 10th grade classes. I'll be taking geometry, which is a 10th grade math, and a 10th grade English 2. Instead of English 1, because I took English 1 last year. So.
Icy Spots. I love that name. This is a nice discussion and information. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew.
Angie's Pantry said they end in May. So they start later than us, but end around the same time.
Wow.
Albany Mountain Homestead said they start their start school in August 14th. We start August the 8th.
Yeah. And
Deborah Oyster is asking, what do you plan on doing after high school?
college for sure. I want to go to college to be a nurse. I actually talked about this last night in our live stream. Nursing school after high school, and yeah, pretty much. That just.
Icy Spot said very advanced for a 9th grader. Kudos.
Thank you.
Homestead Paradise said, wow, what an accomplishment.
Thank you. And I found out yesterday that I will actually be able to take French, which I'm very excited about because I wasn't expecting to be able to take it until next year. But I'm allowed to take it, and it's my last class that I'm allowed to take. I can't add any extra classes on it because I've already got a total of 10.5 credits, high school credits. And if I get any more high school credits, then it's gonna bump me up a grade, and I don't wanna do that. I don't wanna be like an extra grade added. So I have to stick with this high school class career path thing that I have right now, and I can't.
Deborah Oyster said I was a nurse for 20 plus years.
Awesome.
And Angie's Pantry said I was an LPN for about 10 years.
Nice.
And you know, Windmill, Miss Laura is a nurse, and I think Larry has some nursing degrees too.
Yep.
Mine are out just before Memorial Day. I love it. Our wedding anniversary lands on that weekend as well. That's Albany Mountain Homestead.
So I'm scared that something's gonna go wrong with these just because of one weather stream. Like they're gonna have to cook longer or something.
That's okay.
So I can't promise these are gonna turn out the very best because
I have 3 minutes left.
I have made a few mistakes on these, but I kind of got a good.
If you want to check out the chat for a few minutes,
got it going
I have to
good.
take a bathroom break.
There's a big brain in there. Thank you, Hidden Valley. Goodbye, Angie's Pantry. Thank you for coming. Turn the oven light on and take a peek. Yes, citizen.
Yeah, remind everybody that you're going to post the full recipe on the Homestead site.
The full recipe for the keto cookies will be on the Broussard Homestead blog. We will put that link in the description. So I'm going to check them with the oven light on. Thank you for that reminder. Alvin. No. Yes. So it's probably gonna work out. I've got about 2-3 more minutes, and then I'm gonna have to take them off and let them cool. They look like they're still raw, like they should be being put back in, but they're not. Welcome back, Conscious Living Homestead. That's cool. I see spots. I'm sure the pay is better now, but that's not really what I care about, more or less, is money-wise. I mean, it is good to have a job that pays well, but I more or less want to be a nurse because helping people and things like that, so the pay is not really a major impact on me. Have you sold your cookies? Oh, yes, I have sold my cookies before at the Bayou Bash. I actually sold out on the keto cookies. The chocolate chip cookies, I had quite a bit left, but we sold out completely of the keto cookies. We love baking here, especially around holidays and everything from scratch. Yes, Albany Mountain Homestead, I love to bake. I do love to cook, but baking has to be like the top thing I like. I prefer, hang on, Dad. I prefer baking over cooking, and you're right, especially around the holidays, it's super fun to bake. This year I made Christmas cookies and I decorated them myself. It took me about 2 hours worth of decorating, just decorating, to get them right, because I was making candy canes, so I had the red icing and the white icing, and I was alternating, and I was making them all pretty, so it took me about 2 hours, not 10 hours. Okay. The cookies are ready to take out of the oven, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. These are done. I'm going to try and see if I can show you them. That's what they look like. They may look a little bit undercooked, but they're not. Like I said before, you're just gonna put them on the stove and let them sit for 10 minutes. And then you can taste them because they're pretty cool by then. The keto diet, we're not necessarily on the keto diet, but sorry, I have to read your question again. I know a lot of people in the homestead community, like Fairy Tale Creations and Mimsy's Garden, are on keto. I know Southern Blessed was on keto for a little while. Of Little and Light is on keto, I think. Not too sure about that. But I know a lot of people use it for weight loss, and the fact that eating the food on the keto diet is just healthy. It's much better for your body and health than regular food is. True, but one has to make enough to live when you look at high health. Yes, that is true. Hang on.
Take it?
Hang on. I kind of I'm
okay.
Enjoying talking to people. It's easier. The cookies are in. Wow. Yes, I did. Goodbye, Homestead Paradise. Took me 3 days to do my daughter's unicorn cake. A lot of work. I'm sure that's a lot. I've only made like simple layered cakes. I've never really messed around with shapes or anything like that.
Yet.
Yes. I have messed around with piping. I love like piping cupcakes and stuff. I love icing on cupcakes and cakes and stuff. I like to make them really pretty and do different designs on them. It's really fun for me. Goodbye, icy spots.
I love that name.
Showing me cookies so far from lunchtime. How unfair. They look great. Good job, Abby. Thank you. Goodbye, Miss Brenda. Have a good day. Don't mess with them, please.
I'm not. I'm just getting you cooling rack.
Okay. Hi, Hard Knife Farms. Video. Glad I caught it. Gotta go. Keep up the baking. Thank you. Have a good day, Miss Deborah. The cookies are out. They're just kind of cooling for now, so I'm gonna wait until they're done cooling, and then I'm gonna show you what they look like then. See, you can kind of see the difference.
Is Miss Patty in here?
No.
No.
I do have quite a few baking tools and stuff too. I've kind of racked up on things over the years because I get like really excited and I'll treat myself every once in a while with like a new piping tip or something like that. But we have a kitchen store, like the town right over, and when we go in there, it's like they have an entire wall of nothing but baking stuff, about like pans that are made for like triple, like they've got the big pan, smaller pan, and even smaller pan. They've got icing tips. They've got the cake wheel thing that you move it, and it's just like heaven for me when I go in there.
Such technical terms.
I know, right? Love baking tools. Garage sales and farm auctions are the best for kitchen goods. Yes, they are.
We have the store in Iowa is called Kitchen Collection, and I think they have a I'm pretty sure they have a website. I can look that up and post the link in the description. I
have three things of measuring cups, and then I think we have 2 things of measuring spoons. Plus, we have some glass like liquid measuring cups and stuff too. Thank you, Mom.
I'm just getting this stuff out of your way.
She's over here tasting the cookie dough from the bowl.
I had to make sure it tasted right.
Oh wow, we got 22 thumbs up.
Awesome. I haven't refreshed that either. So.
Kind of stand still. Oops, I was wrong in the name. Yep, it's Kitchen Collection. Collection, not Connection. That's okay, Dad. Maybe show us what happens if you scoop one before they cool. Oh, you want to see that? I don't know if they've been cooling for a little bit. I don't know if it'll happen, but...
Put your pot holder.
Yeah.
Look, I'll take this. Go ahead and bring a pot holder and a pan.
Okay.
Or you could, look. There you go.
I don't know if it's going to work because they have been cooling for a little while. But I'm just going to go ahead and show you. Use one. Yeah.
Flip your pan around. Because this is pulled up. You want everybody to be able to see.
Okay. So I'm going to use this one over here as a idea, I guess. You have to hold it very carefully because as you can see, if you can't see it, it's kind of falling apart in my hand right now. But it is very soft and it's just kind of falls apart and stuff like that. So I have to hold it a certain way, but that's what it looks like. It's slowly falling apart in my hand.
And now it's an ugly one, so I have to eat it.
Yeah, but it's still, they still taste the same. They just kind of, you have to let them cool. I don't know if that was a good way to show it. It didn't work too well, but if you do, you just...
Yeah, if you scoop them a little too early, they start to fall apart.
Like that. They just
and
start to slowly...
Yeah, it'll break apart into pieces. Oh, Brett asked, how do they taste?
I haven't tasted them yet, Dad, but...
Taste your broken one.
I like these cookies. It's hot. Oh, it does fall apart. Very good. Much better than regular chocolate chip. Much better.
I worked in a bakery. This is Cindy Norris. I worked in a bakery for 20 years, and they say that cookies cook for 10 minutes after you pull them out of the oven on the pan. I believe it.
I'll have to get a spoon.
And you could actually reduce your baking time a little bit more, so they'd be a little bit of a lighter color. But these have worked really well as they cool. They almost feel crunchy when they cool down.
Just, it broke apart,
but they're really soft on the inside when you eat them.
They're very good.
And the xanthan gum gives you a cooling effect in your mouth when you first take a bite. Kind of the same cooling effect that you get when you eat like peppermint. But
the problem with these is having to be restraining ourselves from eating them because we are having company over tomorrow. And this is going to be our dessert. I'm probably going to have to make some more of these, though.
Yeah, we might be making another batch or 3 tonight.
But this made 12 cookies. Like I said, I made them a little bigger, but they are actually the size of a cookie. This one is kind of harder, so I'm going to show it to you. What a cookie is supposed to look like when it's not falling apart in your hand. That's what they look like. Regular cookie. They're a little bit thicker. But they taste delicious.
Oh, Scott said he's buffering. It's probably him. Are you in the crane, Scott? Now add mint extract to make mint chocolate chip cookies.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that would be really good. We're actually going to make our own mint extract because we grow our own peppermint. And we're going to use some...
moonshine.
Yeah, that we got from a neighbor.
But I love all things peppermint and chocolate mixed together, so I'm really excited to get the peppermint extract done and make some desserts.
And then color them green.
Yep, I'm gonna have to find some keto-friendly ones though because I can eat them all at one sitting because they're so good.
You got 6 people watching right now. You were up to 16 a while ago.
It is the middle of the day too, so.
Well, yeah,
we're
people are
working.
in and out because they're at work. That's
But
okay. Scott, are you in the crane today? Or are you at home? I did this to icing on accident recently on my daughter's galaxy cake. It was so good. Oh, adding the mint. Yeah.
Oh. I'm sure it was good.
Abby likes all things mint.
Mm-hmm.
She makes her own mint tea. Not bad for your first show, Abby. That's from your daddy.
Thank you, Dad. But I do love mint tea. Oh, and Dad, you might not have been in here, but
There's McLinden's.
hi, McLinden's. Dad, you might not have been in here when I was talking about it, but I am considering doing this baking in the kitchen or cooking in the kitchen with me, like as a live show, like once a month or so. And everybody agreed with me that it was a good idea, so I might start doing that.
So they are more of a crispy or crunchy cookie after they cool, not soft and chewy.
Actually, no, they are more of a soft
They're
chewy.
crunchy. They've kind of got a crisp on the outside as they cool.
But when you bite into them, they're like super soft and chewy. It's really good.
Eyes to See is here. Says,
Hi,
hey,
Story.
hey Abby, sorry I'm late. McLinden says that would be cool. Miss Wendy Harnack says I agree. Or more often.
More often. I just want to make sure I'm not taking anybody's live stream spots or anything. That's why I say like once a month.
McLinden says sorry I missed it today.
That's okay. Just
We're gonna be posting the full recipe on the Broussard Homestead site
and like I said,
as a blog post.
all the ingredients I used to make these cookies, Mom's going to post the Amazon link to find those in the description when you let me know.
Scott said, that's Hidden Valley Homestead. He said, this is Abby's first show. Nicely done. She's a natural.
Thank you.
She's been on our live streams before, but this is her first live by herself.
Yeah, I was really nervous before we went live. I was just like sitting here kind of freaking out a little bit internally.
I'll watch the rewind. Love cookies. These are keto free,
Keto friendly.
keto friendly. Sorry, with dark chocolate chip cookies. Dark chocolate chips. Yeah. The next Julia Child.
Who?
Never mind.
See, I don't get all these people references.
The cookies are very good. We've had a lot of questions about the cookies and, you know, people wanting the recipe.
This is a very requested video.
Yeah.
Live stream.
We got the recipe from Southern Blessed Homestead. That's Miss Patty. And she made these
I still
for
got these
the
really cool measuring cups from Miss Patty.
yeah.
They
I like
pop up.
those.
They pop up and they're really cool. So, see? And they just close. And I just kind of shot some swerve at your way, Mom.
Oh, it's okay. Miss Patty actually made some of these cookies and brought them to the shindig and shared with everybody. And
They were
oh,
delicious.
man. We were absolutely in love with them. So she sent Abby the recipe, and I'm loving it because this way we don't have to have all the heavy sugar amounts, but we can have, you know, some kind of healthier snack here. I have some of those measuring cups too. That's Albany Mountain Homestead.
Awesome. I like them. They're really cool because it was easier while I was cooking. I just measured it out, put it down, went boop, and moved it. It was just really
A
easy.
baker cannot have enough measuring cups and spoons.
No.
Yeah, and I've bought some that just have fallen apart and they don't last very long. So those silicone ones that Patty gave her have been absolutely amazing.
Well, this is actually my first time using them. Never used them before, and I
Dave
love them.
Northwater. He
Welcome.
says, Abby, look up the book called The Joy of Cooking. It will keep you busy.
I have gotten quite a few cookbook ideas from people I have one that I need to still look up from Miss Jessie from the Hive and the Homestead. It's a grain-free cookbook, I think it is, a gluten-free.
Oh, they're on the paleo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have to look that one up. And I have a few to look up.
Wendy Harnack said, I need to rewind and watch from the start. Would love healthy cookies, gluten-free. And we actually follow a gluten-free diet due to some of Abby's medical issues and things like that. And it's helped all of us. So we don't necessarily follow a keto diet, but a lot of the keto recipes are gluten-free.
So we do a lot.
We use a lot of the keto recipes because of that. And we're trying to eat more meat and vegetables, less grains, things like that.
We've kind of slipped up these past few weeks and gotten
With
snacks
some
and
stuff, yes, but that just means you need to make more keto cookies.
And keto friendly things. I want to find a keto brownie recipe because I love brownies. That, and I can't wait to try this keto cake.
The only problem with the keto recipes is the sweeteners.
The things are a little more expensive.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, they're worth it.
They are worth it, but it's harder to make some of the keto desserts because you have to keep buying the more expensive sweeteners and things like that.
And some of them you have to have almond flour and coconut flour both, because almond flour is it helps to combine things, but it doesn't make it stick together. The coconut flour is what makes it stick and hold together.
Makes it bind, yeah.
So a lot of the recipes call for both.
Let's go and get food. You said you made me hungry, Abby.
Bye, Dad.
He's always hungry.
Yeah.
That man can eat 8 times a day.
We've got to wrap it up pretty soon and get some lunch so we can go to the orientation.
Yep.
I have an orientation for school later today.
How about a keto oatmeal cookie?
I could try that. I'm not a very big fan of oatmeal cookies. I think it's a texture thing for me. I
love oatmeal cookies.
I don't like them. Hey, where'd you get coffee from?
In the coffee pot. You're on a live stream. But yeah, that's a good idea, Scott. We definitely need to look up a keto oatmeal cookie recipe because that would be really good. Kind of shake it up a little bit and do some different stuff.
Yeah.
We've got to try that keto cheesecake too.
One is Patty made.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta find a different crust though, because I don't.
Well, you can do a different crust. Maybe you can make a crust with the almond and coconut flour.
I'm sure I could. I might find a different recipe too, though.
Or you can do they make a crustless cheesecake.
Yeah.
That way.
I have the springform pan now though, so I can make cheesecakes.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what that is, but okay, cool.
It's.
Well, yeah. You don't have to explain it.
I'm gonna show it to you.
Abby, it was great. Cookies look good. May have to try the recipe soon. I guess I will go to lunch early.
This.
Good job on the live.
That was loud. Sorry. This is a springform pan. It opens. That's what I was talking about.
And you scared the dogs.
Sorry. And then it just.
Miss Susan says she's got to go. She's taking an early lunch.
Bye. Thank you for coming. Now I can make cheesecakes and stuff from it.
Well, if you guys have any ideas for keto-friendly recipes or anything for Abby to try, or if you'd like to see how something's made, shoot us an email at thebroussardhomestead@gmail.com.
Or I have an email too.
Yeah, we can post your email link in the description too. Albany Mountain Homestead said, gonna make chicken parmesan tonight. Not keto friendly, but you got me wanting it. Actually, if you check Abby's channel, she has a keto friendly chicken parmesan recipe.
Right.
And it is very good.
They commented on it. They watched it.
Okay. I think the only difference is that one uses the almond flour.
It's breaded with almond flour, yeah, but It's a few different things.
It's really good. But all right, guys, we're going to wrap it up for today. It's her video that got me wanting it. Oh, wow.
But, yeah, we're going to wrap it up, clean up the kitchen, get some lunch, and then we got to head out. So, thank you for joining us today, or joining me today as I baked cookies. And we'll try to do this sometime next month in August. It is August, but we'll probably do it later August.
If you have any ideas for what you would want on a video, let us know.
Yes,
Leave us a
please do.
comment, send us an email, message us on Facebook. Eyes to See Ministry said, have a blessed day all.
Thank you.
And Wendy says, thank you, Abby.
You're welcome. Thank you
Albany
for
Mountain
coming.
Homestead said, have a good day, ladies. Well, we're gonna go. You guys have a blessed day, and hopefully everybody gets to try the keto cookie recipe and enjoy their keto cookies. Bye, McLindens. Thanks for coming, guys.
Thank you for joining us. Have a great day. Bye.